Hey Maggie, sorry I'm a day late. I kept coming up with ideas to film about, and then I decided I didn't like them, and then I recorded things, and then realized I didn't like that recording, and so it took me a while to do anything. But today I'm going to talk about something I know a lot about. Ties. And as you know, there are three kinds of ties. I'm not talking about bow ties, just like normal neckties. There are the clip-on ties, the zipper ties, and the tie-on ties. You see, and there's an unspoken rule about it. You can wear a clip-on tie from the time you are born to the time you're 8. Once you turn 8, you have to wear either a zipper tie or a tie-on tie. Until then, and that goes until you're 12. Then you're not allowed to wear zipper ties. You have to wear a tie-on tie. I mean, you are still allowed to wear a tie-on tie from the time you're born to on. Same with a zipper tie from the time you're born to when you're 12. But you have to wear a tie-on tie from the time you're 12 on. Otherwise, you're a loser. You see, there's a lot of people I know. Actually, there are a lot of people I know who tie their ties once, and then they don't do anything with them, or then they take them off, but they don't untie them, and then they put it on there, or they put it back on like every Sunday instead of, and they don't actually untie it, which seems to work for some people. For me, what seems to happen is it just not get sloppier, and it kind of So I like to retie it every time I put it back on. It's also just kind of a source of pride for me that I'm tying my tie every time. Yeah. See, there are some problems that you face. Okay, there are two ways to tie a tie, though, too. There's the single Windsor and the double Windsor. I think it's called the single Windsor. Anyway, single Windsor takes up less tie and but is a bit more crooked, and it doesn't make a perfect isosceles triangle. It makes more of a, I don't know whatever kind of triangle what that is, a non-isosceles triangle. However, the double Windsor takes up more of the tie, gives you a bigger knot, and gives it more of a more symmetrical knot, which is good for big ties like this one because it's pretty long. I got a lot of those that I wasn't able to wear until I learned how to do a double Windsor, and once I did, I never wore any. I don't really wear them. Ties that require me to do a single Windsor because they're just, I don't know. I just think the tie on a double Windsor, or the knot on a double Windsor, is always better, or always looks better, and it's just a little bit more work, so it's okay. Other problems you might face is when you tie it, and see the little bit ends up when the little bit ends up below the big bit. That's the worst, and you have to retie it, and like there are some ties you have to, when you get a new tie, you have to try it over and over again until you figure out what the proportions are. For the most part, it's like you have to have a little bit just above the belly button, and then you tie it so that, some ties have little things that go there. You can slide them in there, so you can, and that's also a thing. If you have this thing too long, one, it'll look really weird when it's down to your knees. And also because this thing will be too short to actually fit into that, so it'll be a little stub that sticks out the side here, which on this tie you can't even do anything about because it doesn't have anything to hold it onto. But other ties I have, they do have little things to hold it onto, little straps. Yeah, I just decided to talk about the thing that came to mind first. So, auf Wiedersehen.